Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to episode 50 of Hank Games Without Hank. It is the Swindon Town Swoodly Poopers up today against Nottingham Forest, or as they shall be known, Nottingham Just Losterist. Sorry, I'm really struggling with these at this point. Today I'm going to talk about my top 5 television shows currently on the air. I watched a lot of television while I was signing 150,000 autographs, and so I feel like I'm qualified to do this in a way I didn't used to be, because I didn't used to watch a lot of television, but you guys aren't actually shaking hands. They're just pretending to. It's very, very strange. Can someone zoom in on that for me? Because that was one of the strangest handshaking situations I've ever encountered. I'm going to talk about my top 5 television shows because now I feel like a bit of an expert in the field. There's no touching. Is there some kind of opposition to touching? Very strange. But first, let me tell you about the squad for the day. We've got John Green and John Green up front. Ball John Green and other John Green, teammates in life and in love. In the middle, in the midfield, we are starting today with Leroy Williamson and French the Lana at the wings. We've got Perry Perry and Gordon Taylor Fletcher. We've got Rampage and One Size Fits Hall anchoring the center backs, and of course Fat Lucas in goal. Can't remember who our other defenders are, because they really never factor into my commentary. They do stop a lot of goals, but, well, that time he didn't. Hamill. Oh, no. What's happening? Disaster. Oh, we're fine. All right, so this is going to be in no particular order. Top 5 television shows currently on TV. Number 5, 30 Rock. I love this show. It's hilarious. It features one of the great characters in the form of one of the great character relationships in the form of Jack Donaghy and Liz Lemon in the history of television. It's incredibly charming, and if you don't like 30 Rock, I just frankly think that you're mistaken, and I don't understand why you don't like it. It's got great writing. Pee Wee Herman was in a classic episode. It's a perfect show, unlike that shot from Bald John Green, which was imperfect, unlike his mustache, which is perfect. So, yeah, 30 Rock, probably my favorite thing to watch on TV right now. The one thing that I never, ever miss. Like, I've seen every episode of 30 Rock, and I cannot imagine not seeing an episode because it's just so funny. Are you wearing a tuxedo? Yes, it's after 6, Lemon. What am I, a farmer? Never follow a hippie to a second location. One of the great pieces of advice ever delivered on the small screen. It's so true. Really, seriously, folks, never follow a hippie to a second location. I love the writers on the show. Like, the writers remind me of some of my friends, particularly my friends who work in television. Like, it all strikes me as like achingly realistic, and of course a magically realist television kind of way. So yeah, I love that show. Unlike that Pass, which I don't love at all. Other John Green, you're better than that. Another of my favorite shows is, and I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit this, but you got to remember, my dad worked on a salmon boat in Alaska in the 1960s. So, you know, my dad was a fisherman, and he lived this, like, very outdoorsy... Oh, Fat Lucas! Fat Lucas! What are you doing? I'm sorry to have sung, but I was so nervous. Boy, Fat Lucas, sometimes just not impressed with the quality of his saves. He generally makes the saves, but he makes me panicked along the way, which is not something I want to feel. And I've talked to Fat Lucas about that. I was like, Fat Lucas, I don't want to feel anxious, okay? Like, that's not a feeling I enjoy. We got to score. Oh, we got to score. We do! Other John Green off of a rebound from Bald John Green. Both John Greens involved in the play. John Greens, Bald, and other John Greens. They're the best forwards that Swindon Town has ever seen. Great goal. Love it. Let's look at a replay. He's just there. He's just there to pick up the leftovers and enjoy them. So yeah, number 2, deadliest catch. The deadliest of all catches. I mean, I don't want to like this show, but I do. I'm addicted to it. When I was in Amsterdam, it was the only American television show I watched because I was really sick with my gallbladder problems and whatnot, and I was like, I just need some home cooking in the form of Deadliest Catch. So for those of you who don't know about Deadliest Catch, it's a show about crab fishermen in Alaska. Bald John Green on a breakaway. Look at him, pure strength. Can he get the ball into other John Green? No. Yes. Oh, French the Lana leaves something to be desired. By the way, I had some coffee today. It's delicious. Really recommend coffee. It's on my list of things I recommend. Gives you a lot of energy. It's like not just an advertising campaign; it's a true fact. Um, so I really like Deadliest Catch. It's incredibly watchable and nerve-wracking and fun and like I don't know. It's just a really rewarding visual experience. Plus it's fun to watch with my dad because my dad is like, he was on a salmon boat, which is somewhat like safer and less crazy than those crab fishermen. But those crab fishermen are like a hot slice of crazy. Um, it's extremely dangerous work. And yeah, so it's just I don't know. I just like it. I can't help myself. I like it. It makes me think of my dad as more and more of a hero, which is just part of being a kid, right? Is that you always have to think of your dad as a hero. So there you have it. Deadliest Catch. My favorite captain, if you're wondering, Captain Sig of the Northwestern. He's my kind of guy. You know, he's like a character in a noir mystery novel. All right. My third choice for top 5 favorite shows currently on TV, Mythbusters. What I love about this show is that it actually it doesn't it's not very aggressive about teaching science certainly, but it's more aggressive about teaching science than almost every other show on TV. You got to finish. Yes! Bald John Green with a great finish. He doesn't give up. That's what I love about him. One thing I love about Swoodly Poopers, they never quit. We're all about loyalty and heart and not giving up. And whoa, Leroy Williamson with a great jump over Bald John Green, which is not easy to do. The guy's 6'5". I don't even remember what show I picked. Mythbusters. Yeah, I think it's funny. It's got explosions and it teaches more science than most of the shows on television. You do learn a little something about friction and physics and biology and other things. And in that sense, it's a really effective way of teaching. So I thought about Mythbusters a lot when we were thinking about Crash Course. Like, we can't do anything like the main decision that I came to was that it really can't be like Mythbusters. It has to be truly educational. But I really do like Mythbusters a lot. So that's another one on the list. Then my fourth pick. This is a little bit embarrassing, and it reveals my demographic. Like, it reveals my age more than anything. It's amazing how well targeted demographically these shows are when you think about it, because you're always like, oh, that show's for like 35-year-old married people, and then suddenly you're a 35-year-old married person, and you're like, wow, I really like that show. It's pretty good. House Hunters International. It allows you to, look at the houses that people are shopping for in around the world. So from like Europe to Africa to South America, they have people, mostly Americans or British people, who are moving abroad for whatever reason, and it follows their house hunt, except that it's completely fictionalized, it turns out, and it doesn't follow their house hunt at all. I talked once to a producer on the show, and often the people have been living in their house for like 6 months by the time they actually fake the house hunt. But whatever, it's still fun to watch. I love that show. I'm not going to apologize for it. And my last pick, another thing that I'm demographically inclined to like because I am a father. Phineas and Ferb. Just a fantastic show. Oh, Leroy Williamson almost did what he does occasionally. Phineas and Ferb is such an enjoyable television program. I can't even tell you. One size fits all. Can't pull it in. If you don't I just think it's hilarious. Like, it's legitimately very, very, very funny. And it also, like, has some science in it. Some silly science, but still. Like, there's talk of time travel, and it's really well organized, and, like, it uses... Oh, Leroy Williamson dispossessed at the last second. Sorry, I got quiet. For those of you who are, like, watching this, later in your car, I read a comment from someone who was like, I just download these as audio, and then I put them in my car. Can't possibly be that interesting, but maybe it is. I don't know. So anyway, I'm a big Phineas and Ferb fan. I love the format of the show. I love Perry the Platypus. I love Doofenshmirtz and his sort of like pathetic evilness, which I think like bears a closer resemblance to real evilness than pretty much anyone else on television. And I love Phineas and Ferb and their feeling that the world is available to them and that they have, in a way that like kids often feel like they don't, that they have the ability to shape their own worlds and their own lives. Like the title of one of their longer episodes is "Summer Belongs to You." That feeling that like that is in Phineas and Ferb, that summer genuinely does belong to them. By the way, Leroy Williamson with the run of his lifetime. Oh boy, can't quite finish, and then Perry just loses his temper. I don't know what that was about. Leroy Williamson is exhausted after that run, I know, but like that was just it could have been something really special. I mean, that could have been something that they remember in Swindon Town for decades. When they sing the Leroy Williamson song, they could have been thinking about that moment. Oh, Fat Lucas goes low, Earnshaw goes high, and suddenly it's 2-1, and the Swindon Town Swoodly Poopers are in danger of not winning this game, which we desperately have to win because we pretty much have to win all of our games to go up to the Premier League. So I'm going to count on Leroy Williamson to do what Leroy Williamson does occasionally and give us an insurance goal. Leroy, get up. Leroy, get up. Get up. Leroy, get up. What's wrong with you? Oh, God. Is he up? Did he make that was an amazing recovery. He moved to a completely different part of the screen and is apparently completely fine. Good job, Leroy Williamson. Maybe he was just trying to kill time. I don't know what was going on there. Anyway, he's got the ball. And he does score occasionally. It's just hard to make a long run in FIFA. And when you decide in advance who you want to score. I need to stop focusing so much mentally on seeing a game. Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Fat Lucas, I need you. Oh, Lucas, that was not, it worked, but it was not technically attractive. Anyway, if you haven't seen an episode of Phineas and Ferb, even if you don't think you like children's television, God knows oh, God, what did I do that for? What did I do that for? Fat Lucas, great save. Actually, you know what, Fat Lucas, you just totally redeemed yourself. That was a really great save in the 90th minute to preserve a win for Swindon Town Swoodly Poopers. That's why you're still on our club, Fat Lucas. That is why you are our starting keeper. 90th minute save. 2 goals from John Green and John Green. They get a goal with Earnshaw, but we still win the game, and we dance, we dance, we dance. We have mustaches. We dance, we dance, we dance. We have mustaches. Great game from all the Swoodly Poopers. A big win, and our opponents shall smell their pits in shame. Thanks for watching, and best wishes.